Arch Manning was the centerpiece yesterday.
Okay.
The Texas quarterback.
Makes sense.
By all accounts, he was great. Like, huge amount of media attention, similar to what Johnny Manziel walked into, to what Tim Tebow walked into. Just sort of a testament to how big of a deal Arch Manning is. Texas's sports information director that handles football, who's been doing it forever, would always, you have certain responsibilities and I'm going to go with this person, you go with that person. There's always somebody around. But John, who runs the whole thing, he's just with the coach. You go with the coach, and then you get like your assistant to go with the quarterback and your other assistant to go with the linebacker. But John went with Arch because that was the bigger deal. More people are there to see Arch than they are to see literally anybody else. Mm-hmm. He's the star of the whole thing, and by all accounts, handled it really, really well. Self-deprecating, funny, charming, smart, confident, but not arrogant. Like, just seemed to hit every box pretty well. And even, like, sort of acknowledge what some people have started whispering about a little bit, which is like, are we sure the hype's for real? Like, this guy is being hyped as, Paul Fonbein called him going to be the greatest quarterback we've seen since Tim Tebow.
Yep.
And like Cam Newton played since Tim Tebow. And Joe Burrow played since Tim Tebow. And that's a really high bar because, like, the thing Cam Newton did at Auburn is, like, one of the craziest things we've ever seen in college football. Like, that guy took a bad team and a bad coach and won a national championship with them. Mm-hmm. You might never see something like that again. That team without Cam Newton is nothing. The coach without Cam Newton got fired quickly.
That's true.
And he's just won every game, just running and throwing all over everybody. And Arch going to be better than that? Maybe. I'm not ruling anything out. But you remember Steve Spurrier said earlier in the year, in the most Steve Spurrier way ever, like, if the young man's so good, why was he sitting behind a 7th-round draft pick for 2 years? Which I think is a totally reasonable question to ask.
I think so, too.
Totally reasonable question to ask. But, oh, buddy, we're going to find out real quick. You know where they open, right?
Where?
At Ohio State.
Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome.
That's a great way to kick it off. I'm sure that's what, like,
it'll be the biggest thing.
Week one.
It'll be the biggest thing going. Like, Arch Manning at Ohio State. Arch Manning on the road against the reigning national champs. Like, I'm not sure you can do better than that. And so he spent a lot of time talking about that yesterday, how much he's looking forward to. The quote was something along the lines of, I'm glad I get a good one to start with. Like, he wants it. Like, he's not like, ooh, man, opening up at Ohio State, that stuff. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go to Ohio State. And then also just sort of expanded on his stardom. He said one of the reasons he picked Texas as opposed to Alabama or Ole Miss, he's like, in Austin, it's a real city. Like, I can kind of, everybody doesn't know where I'm at every minute of the day. He said, I don't think that would have been true in Oxford or Tuscaloosa. Like, I think you would have been able to know what I'm doing all day long every single day. But in Austin, I can kind of disappear a little bit. And, like, yeah, sure, there are times where I'm walking around campus and it can get a little overwhelming. But he said, you know what he does when he walks around? He said he immediately, like, before, more often than not, like, starts on a walk from one place to the other. He calls his mom and he talks to his mother on the walk. And it just sort of serves as a distraction, like, hey, I would love to take all your pictures and sign all your autographs, but I'm on the phone right now. I'm sorry. And he said, I just talked to my mom and can sort of block it out to the best of my ability.
That's good.
He seems like a pretty well-adjusted young man. Like, he seems, sometimes you put somebody on big stages like that at a young age, and it's like, I hope he can play football better than he can talk, because that didn't go so well. And he just seemed very comfortable being Arch Manning. And why not? He's been Arch Manning his whole life and very famous his whole life. And, the family name carries weight. And, he's the grandson of a SEC legend and the nephew of 2 SEC legends. So this spotlight's been on him forever. But it was pretty bright yesterday. And he seemed to knock it out of the park. He's going to be a big story one way or another. Can't wait for that one. Texas at Ohio State to open the whole thing up.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.